Oh yeah. Good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome to the A14, the pride of the Midlands. You know. Unfortunately, I didn't make it home. This road has been plagued with crashes today, and this is the third one, and it's quite major. I think some HGV has gone through the central reservation. I've seen 2 cranes. I've seen half of Crouch's recovery vehicles going up there. So been here like 2.5 hours already. So you know it's going to be a bit different. Hopefully, the stream will continue on because I'm just using the Wi-Fi, and again I'm in the middle of not being a Santa pod really. I'm in the middle of nowhere, and obviously if this queue does start moving, I'll have to put the iPad down, and you lot will have to carry on the show while I try and find somewhere to park up for the evening. Yeah, it'll be like a show on the road. So yeah. Anyway, how we doing?
Yeah, very well. Feeling a lot less COVID-y. A lot more excited about starting racing because it's not long this weekend.
Good to hear.
This weekend.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Do you know? Actually, I forgot to post. It's Monday today, isn't it? So I should have posted. It's race week today.
It is race week.
It is race week indeed. And of course, we have round number 1 of the VWDRC Heads Up Championship. We have 14 vehicles entered in. Originally, we had 16. Unfortunately, Ben Lomas and Jamie Lockyer have had to drop out just before the event. So that's still 14 cars for the very first round of the year, considering there's so many cars that are going to be ready eventually. But I know a lot of people are waiting on parts, or they're just generally not ready, much like yourself, really.
Yeah.
But on there, I mean, looking through the names, we saw Chris Waterhouse. He was racing last year. We've got Wayne Waterhouse now, so a little bit of family rivalry to go with Mark Taylor and Grant Parker. Again, family rivalry there. I'm looking forward to seeing Dave Henderson back out with the Audi RS3.
Is he going to get that?
He's obviously. Yeah, he's looking for that 8, isn't he? I mean, he was one of the guys that started off the preseason test day and just basically started the day off with something like a 9.3. And we were like, oh, that's how this day's starting, is it?
I think Dave did 9.04, didn't he, at the end?
Yeah. So basically knocking on the door of that 8-second run.
It's there, isn't it? He's just getting the run. So, yeah, I'm good to see that.
And of course, Geordie is be out for his first time of the year, and of course the third one down there is Jay Turnock with the Volkswagen bus, which of course we're going to be speaking to Jay this evening about the bus, finding out some information, getting some spy pictures before the big unveiling on Friday night. Right, so what else have we got on here? Entry, just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, entry for round number 2 is this Friday. We've currently got 10 racers in Sportsman, and I'm liking to see, you can see at the very top there, another one of our junior dragster battlers joining in, Lottie Bradford, in the Lot to Fear VW Beetle. And then if you look through that, look, Lottie, rookie, Reese, rookie, Steve was in last year, John Gallant, rookie, Daniel Bauscher last year, Andrew Bamrick last year, Lowry's been racing for years, Jerry Sadler, another rookie, and John Crawford, the professor. So there's still plenty more entries to come into that class as the entry closes on Friday. Then as you look on to VW Pro, we have got 9 cars entered in there. John Brewster being a new name for this season. He's not obviously not making round number 1, so round number 2 is his first race of the year. Same with Chris Poyner as well. So 2 air-cooled vehicles joining in from round 2. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Me too.
Next weekend, of course, is the Festival of Power, round number 1 of the VWDRC main championship, VW Sportsman and VW Pro. Of course, we've mentioned the numbers that are entered in that class. They're not on the iPad, but obviously everyone knows we're well surpassed 16 in Pro and we're over
Huge,
20 in Sportsman.
Yeah.
So, of course, yeah.
And the
And then
biggest
obviously
Festival
this
Power
weekend.
entry ever. So what?
And then GGI Spring Festival this weekend. So, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm just working through. My iPad's working a little bit slower because we're here. I'm trying to find all this. Sorry, I haven't had time to. I normally put this all in order, but because I'm in the truck and I've got limited battery, I was like just pop, 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 and I was like, so I'm going to have to scroll up and down to find the photos throughout the day or throughout this show. Anyway, hopefully we're going to last an hour. I've got only 59% battery on my iPad, so as soon as it's done, unfortunately, I'll let you know, and we'll be ending it as soon as it's done. So good evening to everybody that's watching. Gareth Bates, Victoria Fairhead. Lee Cordery, Steve Metcalf, Amy Marsh, Carl Goldsmith, Ked Keach, David. I always want to say his surname, but it's Henderson. Well, I don't know why I put that. Gordon Darby, Dean, Sainsbury. Everybody, thank you very much. Like this, share it. We've got some big news coming up, which we should start off with, I suppose. And I'm going to invite one of our guests in who is not on the bill, but he's all prepared at home. I'm going to do it. I'm going to add him to the stream.
Here he is.
I'm going to press the right button. And I'm going to put him in right in the center.
Yes.
There we go. There we go. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you guys?
Yeah, very well. Yourself?
I'm doing great, thanks.
Glad to hear him.
Yeah, thanks a lot for having me tonight.
Yeah, you're welcome. I haven't seen you for ages.
Yeah, it has been a while, hasn't it? Well, I guess yeah, probably September, maybe soon.
Well, the reason we've got you on the show this evening, which is a really good reason, and as you can saw, everyone can see it says Alex now from Cirque Motorsport underneath his name. Alex, late last year, you moved from Renegade Racing to Cirque Motorsport, basically to continue building up their brand, because Cirque Motorsport are on a mission.
Yes,
yeah,
they are.
Yeah, it's been a lot of exciting news, a lot of things that have been going on behind the scenes for quite a while that are come to fruition now. They've just literally in the last week or so officially opened up a facility in Charlotte, North Carolina, carrying on from where we started here in the UK. Some of you may or may not know how the Cirque Motorsports side started was really with Formula One. They developed a system hand in hand with the Formula One teams to clean their cooling system. So any of the radiators that are attached to the engines to do with the ERS, any part of the system now, there's so many coolers on the cars. We basically get all their coolers ahead of them even going on the car, and we clean them inside down to 50 microns. The dirtiest coolers, which many of you might be surprised, are the brand new coolers. So a lot of stuff that happens during the manufacturing process, bits and pieces end up inside those coolers, just can't be prevented. Shards of metal, flux, you name it. And yeah, so you've got this big investment that you've spent all winter fixing, spending money on, and then you strap your intercooler on there. And as soon as you fire it up, if it's a new intercooler, it just ends up inside your turbo and your system. So the F1, that's how it kind of developed. And now it's just been expanded on to all different forms of racing. We get a lot of guys that send us their coolers if they've had an engine failure. And their coolers could be quite expensive. So they'll send them to us and we'll clean up the insides. And then they can strap them back onto the car and feel some level of comfort that there's nothing going through there. Yeah, so it's kind of developed from there, and that's what North Carolina's just opened up. It's catering to NASCAR, IndyCar, IMSA, you name it, NHRA. A lot of guys coming on board already, so it's pretty exciting times.
That's good stuff. Yeah.
Nice. Now, obviously, you were talking about the radiators being cleaned. Do you do like intercooler cleaning services by any chance?
Absolutely, with the full range, and again, the dirtiest cooler is a brand new cooler. So we bring them in, we strap them on, and it's actually pretty inexpensive for us to be able to do something like that, especially when they're new, because we are literally just getting the construction gubbins out of the inside. So, it's 120 to 240 pounds, depending on the complexity, the size, and so forth, is kind of the range that it's in. And it's a cheap insurance policy for those that have just invested, tons of money into their motor.
Yeah,
that's it. So, like, if anyone was to have like a turbo brake on them, obviously you might be worried if there's any shards that have gone into the intercooler, and you paid out the money in the first place for a decent intercooler. It's probably going to be good just to send it to you, just for that peace of mind. Get it cleaned out instead of, because we've seen it before where people have had an issue, they've bolted it back together, and then within a couple of runs, it's broken again just because they didn't check these little things.
Right. Yeah, no, it's pretty amazing what we can get out of the insides of these things. The system that we utilize, it's all vibration free, so there's no fatigue introduced into the cooling system at all. And it's F1 has proven to us that we can, or proven to them that it works, and it works very effectively. So we're proud to say that we work with all 7 of the UK-based Formula One teams. It's only the Italian teams that we don't work with.
It's at that point, Tom Herbert will probably come in the comments and he'll be like, "Who cares about those Italian
teams?" Yeah, exactly. Well, that's why I'm here, because you want to do the same for everyone else.
I'm pretty certain that Red Bull are a UK-based F1 team.
Yeah,
they are. Yeah,
and they are Tom's favourite, because we know that Tom is Max Verstappen's #1 fan in all the world.
Well, you can't all be perfect, right? So
no. We keep trying to.
Amongst obviously the cleaning services, I've got a few photos that I nicked off your website, of course. You do custom parts, you do oil coolers, intercoolers, radiators.
Yeah, so what you're looking at there is actually, that cooler is built by us. We do have a fabrication team as well. Again, whether it's radiators, intercoolers, pro chargers, you name it, we build them. And then we are also the Set-Trab master dealer for the United Kingdom, which is what the black cooler is that you see attached to it. So that we built that in-house, and then we try to utilize a Set-Trab for oil coolers where possible, and if not, then we make bespoke.
That's a very nice kit. Yeah.
Of course, while you were mentioning it, I had this photo. This is basically one of your radiators, I'm assuming, on the cleaning machine.
Yeah, that's one of the phases that it goes through. It's about a 6-phase process from the time let's say if a dirty cooler comes in that's already coming off of a race car. For the level that we go to for F1, it is literally a 6-stage process, and probably from about 9 o'clock in the morning till about 9 o'clock at night before it comes off of the from each stage through to finished product. And then we dry them all out on the inside before they go back to the teams.
Nice. Well, of course, amongst obviously the services you do with the radiators and intercoolers, you've got a massive stock of products available from the shop as well. This other photo I shared here, obviously, I mean, it's good to see, because I know when I was building the dragster, I was always looking around for the vibrant clamps, and I had to order them in from America. So it's nice to know that we've got a UK stockist, and also I know I have to replace the seals on them as well quite often. So hopefully, if you're going to have them in stock, I'll be in touch about those. Pretty much sure. But I can see Supertech stuff there, AEM. You do Autometer as well.
Yes, we've got a pretty good stock of all of that stuff. It's hard to keep everything on the shelf because there's so many moving parts. Nitrous Express, we are the UK master dealer for Nitrous Express. And we also do the Nitrous master bottles as well. So we set them up all across the UK for various filling stations if people are interested in having a filling station, or a business that requires a filling station.
I found that out last weekend, or the weekend before, when I spent £63 to get a small fitting from America, and then found it on your website for £18. Sorry, I for it.
Yeah,
that's it. That'll teach you that well. Well, from now on, Paul, you know that you will always go to Cirque Motorsport. Now, Cirque have been very kind to give us.
As well.
Well, they've been very kind to give us a list of discounts available just to VWDRC members, which after this show is done, I'll post up in the private Facebook group and, of course, the forum for people to see. Of course, anytime anyone's ordering these products and using the VWDRC name, Alex, or whoever they speak to on the phone, will obviously double check with us or check their list of members because, you know, we don't want anyone trying to sneak in on our discounts. But either way, it's always good to know that people are ringing in and mentioning the VWDRC. Alex, thank you very much, of course, for sponsoring the VWDRC again.
I'm so happy to be back.
We've had you when you were with Renegade, and it's so good to have you back with Cirque Motorsport. And I'm looking forward to a really good partnership with you guys in the coming season.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel exactly the same way, and yeah. It's always been a blast working with everybody from this group, and just thoroughly enjoy our time. One shameless plug, if I can throw in.
Go for it.
Yeah, we put it on our Facebook, put it on my own personal Facebook as well. We late last week were notified by Hoosier of a second increase for 2022, which is the first increases we've had from these guys in over 4 years. It goes into effect from noon tomorrow. So if anybody is thinking about tires, Hoosier specifically, they're the ones that have notified us of the increase. We've got till noon tomorrow. If you want to get in touch with me, either you can look for my email or Messenger, Facebook, whichever. Get in touch, and we can get you looked after before the increase.
No worries, no worries. Well, that's fine. Again, I'll include your contact details in the post on the private Facebook group and on the forum, so we can get some orders sent to you as soon as possible. And of course, I look forward to seeing you at the drag strip, and no doubt you and the guys will be coming to VWDRC drag days in June as well.
100%. I look forward to that.
Excellent.
No worries. Okay, right. Well, we're going to move on this evening as we've got two of our racers. Thank you very much for joining us, Alex.
Thank you.
And we shall see you at the racetrack.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
Catch you later, buddy.
Much appreciated, mate.
There we go. There's a little bit of good news for this evening. We said we had a couple more extra sponsors coming on, and they're literally signing up at the last minute, which is brilliant.
Yeah, Alex has always been super helpful as well. Like, sort of,
yeah,
was way helpful. He used to go to meetings, pick up fuel pickups and stuff like that. And
No worries. Right, we have got two wonderful boys in the background.
We do.
That need to come and join us on the TV show. Here they are, look, working away in the winter. Thumbs up, look, in the snow.
Happy.
Back when the camper van was a baby. But of course, it'll be time to drag them both in. We'll go with a pretty one first, shall we? Of course. There he is.
Evening.
I mean, I say pretty, and then he's got the worst lighting in the world.
Hang on, I can turn the lights on. I can do that.
Evening.
Evening.
I'll try and sort the lights out.
No, you're good in the dark, Ollie.
There he is. There he is.
How are we all right?
Yeah.
Oh, we're very good.
Good,
TJ's looking handsome as always.
Yeah, well, I do try.
Okay.
But I'd like to point out that I am actually faster than Jay.
Oh,
Yeah.
fighting talk already.
We'll sort that out, don't worry.
Oh, fighting talk already.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yours is only a little beetle anyway.
Yeah, it's fine. You're in a beetle anyway. Because you know how to drive your wife's beetle.
True.
Nice. Anyway, right. There's all adjusted. So it is. Well, it's nice to have a couple of air-cooled races on the Santa Pod. The VWDRC TV. I went Santa Pod there.
Yeah.
Obviously, we kicked it off. When was it? Like the very start of the year when we had John, Fee, and Phil, the Team NDA boys on. We've been very much air-cooled recently, trying to mix it all up, but I needed to get some air-cooled on. I've been nagging Jay to come on, but he didn't want to come on until the bus was ready to unveil. Now, of course, we're not going to get the full unveil this evening because he wants to save that to Friday. He's got a nice video going out on your social medias, which is going to be, I'm assuming it'll be BJ's Speed Shop.
Yeah, that will go out on there. Yeah.
So just a couple of little sneaky pics then, is it?
Oh yeah, I mean, like, there you go. Here we go. Look, sneaky peek. There it is.
Look at that. That's definitely a bay window.
But Jay, do you want to give us a few details on your brand new build? Because we're all excited. We've seen a few photos, and I remember seeing the photo of you dragging it out of what was like someone's garage.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, it was a complete basket case when I got it. Nothing, you know, bottom 6 inches just weren't even there. So that was the first thing, really. Well, and also when I bought it, it had no axles, so it was a bit of a pain to pick up. It was literally just a shell. So yeah, first thing was get it rolling and then get it solid. And yeah, sort of trimmed as much weight.
Another early bay?
Huh?
Is it another early bay?
It is, yeah. Another early bay.
Nice, very cool. Montana red?
Huh?
Is it Montana red? I remember seeing from some pictures.
It is, yeah.
It was mostly rusted holes when I first saw it. But...
Yeah, Montana red in places. Yeah. So,
we're
still here.
It is.
Yeah, so it's got a full 8.5 tag cage in it, which Phil Norman did, Brickfield. So he done a really nice job of that.
Yeah, good stuff.
And it's got the 091 built box from the Green Bus. And then I've just got a IDA nitrous motor to begin with.
Okay, so is it a similar sort of setup from the old bus or completely different then?
Similar in some way, yeah. Engine and gearbox wise is pretty similar.
Okay.
But we've got a visitor.
Hello, hello, young man.
Hello.
How are you?
Similar setup, but obviously this one is just a race bus. There's no camping interior. It's not road legal by any stretch.
Well, that's right, because your old bus had the full Westphalia camping interior, didn't it?
That was it. Yeah.
Did it end up with a full Westphalia interior in it though, or did you eventually strip it out?
Lightened. And sometimes I took some of it out, but yeah, mostly. I mean, we always slept in it, upper pod, so it always had a bed
nice
at night time.
So you can put yourself on the long list of people who were definitely keeping the interior, and now it's definitely gone.
Well, the green bus has still got it.
Gould, brioches.
The red bus.
No, so the interior is a little bit
and he is be my crew.
Where's Noah? There he is.
Hello, Noah.
No.
Is he joining in? Can Noah tell us exactly what everything is on the dashboard?
Tell him what the bits are. What's this bit?
A steering wheel.
Yep.
Bing. And point number 1.
Pedal.
Yep.
Bing number 2.
Start.
Yeah, that's it. So all the start buttons, and of course you've converted it now to you've joined the gang. You're running on the fuel tech as well. I see an FT450 in there.
Yeah, bit of a strange setup running carbs and fuel tech, but it's kind of future proofing it because eventually it will be turbo EFI, but that's probably going to be next year now. So the engine that's in there now is sort of built from. Dude, do you want to go and see Mummy? Go on. The engine that's in there now is built from bits. In fact, the case is the case from the engine we blew up at Shaky in 2017. And yeah, so the rod didn't quite go through the block on it, and yeah, we managed to sort of line bore it and resurface the deck faces and utilize the case.
Excellent.
So the engine, crank, the flywheel, barrels and pistons, heads, it's all used parts that's in there now. And then all the good bits have been saved for the turbo engine.
Basically, you are recycling and proving that drag racing is environmentally friendly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Those barrels and pistons went 12-1 in the green bus. So
Nice.
I thought I'd give them a bit more.
Yeah. I can't wait to see this. I love an air-cooled liver bus. So
definitely, and a nice lightweight specific race bus. It's going to be fantastic. Now, of course, you had it on the dyno the other week. Are you allowed to talk figures, or is it all kept secret at the moment?
Yeah, I'm happy to talk numbers. Yeah, it made 208 horsepower NA.
nice.
So which is is quite pleased with that for what it is. And then we started putting some nitrous in it. It's got the 75 jets in at the moment, but we only managed to put 50% of that through on the progressive controller because it kept wheel spinning.
Nice.
So with what was meant to be half a 75 shot, it was around 250.
That's a big half.
So
75, isn't it?
yeah. So with the 75 shot, it's going to be 280, 290, somewhere like that. And that's enough. That's enough to get going.
That's very cool.
That's not what you were going to say. I thought you were going to say that's enough to beat Ollie.
We'll have a go.
Oh, wow. No, I don't know.
Get my nitrous working.
I might have to put 100 shot in to beat Ollie.
We'll find out. We'll have a go.
You never know, but I mean, it's looking good. I'm looking forward to seeing it. And of course, you said on Friday that have you made a video already, or is this something you're just going to be uploading on Friday?
No, I have sort of made a bit of a video. Yeah, needs a little bit of finishing, but yeah, sort of done a little promo video thing. So yeah, we'll get that out.
And of course, I'm assuming where did you have the engine built by any chance?
Oh, I know a guy for the engine.
Of course, a good guy.
The engine shop.
Now, of course, that's it. Now, of course, we're talking about obviously BJ Speed Shop, one of the VWDRC sponsors, and he is the man who runs it and does building, and he also built his engine, who we're going to be talking about in a little bit.
Yeah.
See, Paul, when we first did this, we were like,
well, let me check. Yeah, you have to point the wrong way, don't you?
Yeah, that's it.
That one's easy.
That's it. Now,
You can't get that wrong.
Yeah. The bits seem to be staying inside your engine at the moment, don't they, Ollie?
Well, I've not got the nitrous working yet. We'll sort that on Saturday.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, because you're coming to join us, Run What You Brung on the Saturday. Unfortunately, can't make the Sunday heads up meeting.
No,
I think he's scared.
Run, got to pick the parents up from the airport.
How unfortunate.
He's considering, isn't he? I know. Apparently, it doesn't work like that.
That's it. But looking through the photos that you sent me, Ollie, of course, this, as usual, this is how it goes. Many moons ago, you were doing a bit of Run What You Brung.
That was my first
and the BWDF. Yeah.
And I broke the gearbox. So I started as I meant to go on.
That's it.
I was still in the car with a broken gearbox and you were hounding me through the window. I remember it very well. I hadn't even got out of the car yet.
Well, no, if you're stranded, then you're a perfect victim. You can't get away.
I was a victim. I felt violated.
You felt violated. I don't think so. No, you love it, really. Yeah, I've enjoyed having you in the club. It's been good fun over these years. Although you have broken a lot of stuff.
I have. Every run. Yeah, most runs. Every run I blew it up.
Your last engine that blew up, I've never seen such a more destroyed engine. There was just
on the dyno. That was special.
There was nothing left. I mean, okay.
I saved the cylinder heads.
Oh, were the heads okay?
The heads are all right, and the sump was all right. That was it.
Wow.
That was when I first built it 12 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's changed a bit since then.
It has. It's come on quite a little bit now. Obviously, you've completely chopped off the back end.
Yeah.
And what size engine did you start off with?
It's always been a 2276.
Okay.
But it used to have 130 horsepower. Now it has 245.
Nice.
Without the gas. So,
that's more than Jay.
That is more than Jay.
Mine's a spare.
So we shall see what happens.
He's flexing. He's saying, "Yeah, I'm going to get my turbo motor in there." I'm glad to see that the rivalry continues wherever we go.
It's always
Oh,
good.
there's plenty between me and Jay.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's it. Well, of course, some of the stuff we like to do is get to know people. Of course, we know Jay because he works at BJ's Speed Shop. Ollie, what are you doing for a job, and whereabouts are you in the country? Because I've said this many times. When it comes to Formula One, everyone's got the same car. They've just got a different bit of livery, and it's the racers that you get to know and you get to support. So using this, we're trying to get people to get to know our racers a little bit more, and hopefully we're going to get a few Ollie Whitehouse fans in the house.
Yeah, no, I live in Fleet in Hampshire, mechanic by trade. That's why me and Jay get on so well. Both got the same warped sense of humour. So yeah, lorries and Land Rovers really for the army at the moment. Been doing that.
Nice.
16 years now.
And of course, this is how we know Grandad and everything like that.
Yeah, Maltese Grandad. Yeah, that's how I work with him. So, yeah. I just kind of went from there, really. I met Jay and it all went wrong.
Yeah.
So just looking through the comments.
Spend all your money.
John B. Chevy says, I love it. A couple of air-cooled guys in here. Nick Mugridge says, whoop, whoop, Ollie fan. I think he was supposed to put only fan, but in fact, that could be your only fans, couldn't it be? Ollie fan. You should do that. You should do that. You should get some t-shirts, Ollie fans.
Ollie fans. I'll get Nick to knock them up for me.
You need to get that sorted out.
Well, let's be honest. If you're going to get an Ollie fans, this is going to be your cover photo, isn't it?
There it is. I'd like to add I was actually sober when I did that.
The only difference is the marquee in the background.
I know, right? You'd never know.
That's it.
You'd never tell.
To the uninitiated, obviously the beautiful young lady down the bottom is Jay Turnock's wife, and the beautiful young lady at the top there is Ollie.
Yeah.
I was sober at the time, riding for in my mankini.
I was going to find this. I think that sort of gear should be perfect for Anthony.
Oh, big tone? Yeah, he won't wear one.
No.
We can try. We're asking.
No good to us. That's it. John says, please pass the bleach.
I think you said the same as that, Luke, actually, at the time.
There is a video of myself.
John Crawford said, no, you don't see any of that. John Crawford says, what you guys are achieving with essentially 8-year-old tech is phenomenal. I am in awe of you air-cooled guys. Carl Goldsmith says, only Ollie Whitehouse makes me look reliable.
Oh, Carl.
Ooh. Carl, don't go that far.
No.
I still think it's time you change the name of your car, Ollie. What's it called?
Normally broken.
Yeah.
It's got to prove itself first, and I'll change it.
Yeah.
It's survived 3 outings now, and I've driven it back onto the trailer each time, so we're getting there.
Yeah.
I was looking through some of the pictures from the test day. Obviously, you were there, Ollie, and there was an awful lot of air-cooled cars there.
There were quite a few, yeah.
There was.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, anyone think that? It's nice to see. I know I've got a 20 valve turbo and a modern car, but I'm a big air-cooled fan at heart. I'm just too scared to have one because it'll never go fast enough, and it'll just cost me £1 bazillion. So I'm not having one. But yeah,
I'm much the same. I've always been an air-cooled fan. I even had me bloody 56 Oval that I sold because it got to a point where I was like, I can't afford air-cooled stuff. Let's go and build something similarly stupid and cost me just probably about as much money. I'd love to know what happened to that Oval, though. It's a shame.
Oval stuff's insane.
Mine was a daily driver. That was my only car for a while. And then it all went a bit.
Oh, nice,
like
nice. Is it still street legal?
It is, yes.
Yeah,
yes, it's still street legal.
Nice.
Much to my neighbours' disgust. They don't like
it. I bet.
No, they're not.
I bet that starts the
treat. Of course,
quietly.
I live in a little close as well, so it echoes nice.
Oh, nice, nice. Well, of course, Alex is still watching in the background, and obviously, Cirque Motorsport not only sponsor now the VWDRC, but they sponsor Top Speed Street Eliminator as well. I know you've had a little play in there before,
I have, yeah.
and I think there's going to be a couple of the races that are going to be going. I was speaking to Graham Smith from Cirque earlier. He gave me a call, and I was like, well, Rob Carter, his sat is essentially set up for a bit of street eliminator because that's going to be road legal as well. And I believe the plans for the Blackcurrant team, the new Blackcurrant 4, is street legal as well. So
Yeah,
to start off with, they're going to be obviously doing VWDRC and just getting the car dialed in. And I think once they're happy with the car, they want to take it on the road because they want to get that the fastest road legal electric car record.
How's it going to work with the crews and fueling up? They're going to charge it at a garage somewhere.
I would assume so. Well, let's be honest. Now time's moved on. They'll probably be able to find somewhere to plug in.
Yeah, well, I'm just thinking, if you can just go somewhere like everyone goes and fills up with pump fuel, they're just going to plug it into one of the chargers for half an hour and drive it back to pod.
I remember when they first had the idea with Blackcurrant 3, and they discussed with a petrol station to actually take their thing in and plug it in to the petrol station like a normal 3-pin plug.
Yeah.
And so that went quite well, but then obviously what ill-fated happened. But now the new one is almost ready, and hopefully we're going to be seeing that at some time in the summer this year.
Another very cool car to look forward to seeing. It's been too long, that Blackcurrant, boys.
No, that's it. Now, of course, one of the things that we've been talking about this week is, of course, drag days. We've been trying to get some entries in for that. Are you two boys coming along for drag days?
I've entered for Index 12.
Excellent.
Nice.
Undecided.
Apparently Jay's scared and he's not coming.
No.
Oh,
I haven't decided yet. There's a few events I'm deciding which ones I'm doing still, but that's on the definite maybe list.
Excellent stuff.
So,
in fact,
it's got to be on there. Well, I
should say it to everybody that we've sort of changed the entry format a little bit, and you can kind of enter now and pay later, effectively with a small deposit.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I think I might well take advantage of that. So
yeah, it was. I think we kind of realised that we had people going to try to pay for maybe Heads Up, maybe Easter as well, all in the same short space of time. So we're doing this. You can enter drag days in June, especially as there's no race rounds in June, so there's no excuse.
Yeah.
That's the main reason we put it there, of course. And I've already been nagging Martin Greaves in the Cowlook group as well. So hopefully I'm trying to round up all those Cowlook boys who keep saying they want to do a track day, and I'm like, well, come and do this, come and do it, come and do Index 12. That is going to be perfect for all of those, I think.
Yeah. I saw they were trying to arrange something.
That could be one of the best air-cooled drag race days in memory if we can pull this off. If everyone turns up,
it should be good.
Definitely. Yeah, it sounds good.
That's it. And of course, even as I put the prize fund up there, of course, like Index 12, the winner's going to take home £1,000 for 2 days' work, £500 for the runner-up. And of course, we've got our bracket and our heads-up class. Now, I'm going to be pushing these quite a lot in the next few weeks. I started on heads-up yesterday and kind of started encompassing a couple of our races. We've got, I think, we doubled our entry in the past 48 hours. So it kind of worked. I've still got loads more to come along. I was actually flicking through the list of people that I think would enter, and I had about 160 different vehicles. So we've got a 150 limit. So I'm pretty confident that we're going to smash it out the park and fill all the places, even with VWDRC members. Of course, I want to try and get some other people in as well. I've been chatting to a load of the Outlaw Flat 4 guys, prodding them. So hopefully they're going to come and play as well because, they want to race heads up. So I'm trying to get them into the heads up class and give them a race.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get them back involved.
Yeah, definitely.
Not Danny Pipe.
But all I need is... Well, I don't know. Well, he said it's his missus' birthday, so he can't come and play.
Yeah.
But I've told him it's a weekday, so,
Well, on the test day, by 11 o'clock, he texted me saying, have you blown it up yet? Which is always nice.
Oh.
I know.
That's it. You just reply with, have you crashed it yet?
Yeah, I think I might have actually. Yeah. Me and Danny have good banter, to be fair.
That's it. Now he's got a good car. I really want to get all of those in. I think to make the heads up class, we really need all of those air cooled cars to come in and join that event. That's it.
Yeah,
So, Jay,
I was hoping there was going to be some air cooled this weekend, but I think I'm the only one in there. So
I think Beanie's there Saturday, isn't he?
Yeah, he's up there. For the run with your brung. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you ended up the only one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you need to be calling out your air cooled brethren and say, "Get your ass out for racing." Are you entered for? Are you entered for Festival of Power at all, or any of the bracket rounds?
No, not yet. I haven't actually renewed my race license yet. So at the moment, I'm doing. I'm going to try and do all 3 of the heads up rounds, door slammers, and then action. So I'm not sure if I'm doing any FIA meetings this year or not yet.
That makes sense. Well, basically, you're just bedding in a brand new car, so make use of the test days and a couple of the cheaper rounds. It works out perfect.
That's it. My helmet's out of date. My harness is out of date. So, it all starts to add up, and I've only just finished spending all my money on the bus. So
I'm sure that cost a pretty penny.
Yeah.
Always worth it, isn't it? It's always worth it.
Oh yeah.
You don't need to eat anyway, Jay. It's fine. Spend it all on the bus.
It needs food and warmth.
That's what I do.
There you go.
For dinner. You don't. It's fine.
See, look, I speak of the man, and he joins. Martin Greaves is in the house. He says Danny's being gay, but Martin, yeah, I'm putting it on you. I want you to try and get a load of the Cowlook cars to come and race, especially in Index 12. In case you've missed, I'm sure you read the post that we did, but obviously Index 12 is a heads-up class with a limit of 12 flat. So if you run an 11, you lose. So we're looking at 12-second, 13-second, and 14-second cars, all in a nice little heads-up race. And it just means you haven't got to break the bank to go and run in that class. I mean, I know it costs a lot to run a 12-second car in an air-cooled vehicle, but still, hopefully it will just get everyone in there. And we've got a maximum of 40 slots. So, and to be honest, if we ended up filling it with 14-second cars, once they're gone, they're gone. So the thing I keep trying to say to everyone is just don't look. Well, we haven't really put out an entry list yet. We're waiting, but don't really look at the entry list, because it doesn't matter what happens. Like yesterday, we had the fast show shootout, and we had an 8-second car, a 9-second car, and then it was a couple of 11-second cars. Well, basically, the 8-second car went out in the first round. So a load of people were looking at it going, I'm not entering because it's an 8-second car. Well, he basically just spun his tyres off the line. The 11-second car was gone, and he didn't catch up, and he was knocked out in the first round. So I say to all of our racers, don't look what's on paper, just literally enter and come and race. And that's why we've put prize fund, because with the prize fund, you basically win 2 races in the heads up class. You win 2 races and you're £125 in your pocket.
Yeah.
So,
like,
it makes a difference.
Our 3rd year at heads up now, and it has never been the fastest guys won it. Has it? It just hasn't, Yeah.
The one good take I'd say from our entry this year, although I mean we did have 16 cars, but now down to 14. But looking at the cars that have entered, they are the cars specifically for the heads-up class. Yes. So it is slowly getting to the point where we will have enough cars to run that class on its own. Because when we started off, you had a number of the bracket cars just filtering in, having a go. Yeah. But then they were like, well, once it gets to it, if it becomes a choice of the classes, I'll do the bracket racing. So it's now nice to see that we're getting the numbers built up so we can run the heads-up class on its own. And of course, Santapod asked us, could we run that class as like an MUK class? And I said, well, we'll leave the numbers keep growing for the moment, and leave it as it is. But it's good to know that Santapod are interested in making that class like a full-on race class.
There's been a lot of work going into that. in the background. It's wicked to see it like properly becoming super popular. I had my first go in it last year, having run it for a couple of years. It was wicked fun. And I got a trophy and a red light.
You did well.
So do you think that's likely to become a proper championship next year, or?
Possibly not yet.
year.
Not next year. No.
No.
But it's certainly the aspiration. Yeah.
Give me 2 seconds. Mr. David Swift is in the house. He's asking, can he see the bus? You can see some Swift snippets of the bus. Of course, this is when it was on the dyno. How long ago was it on the dyno?
It was on the dyno on Thursday last week.
Oh, nice.
Could you get a bigger stinger, Jay? That's the.
We have matching stingers.
Noisy things. They are.
They are a little bit, aren't they?
But yeah, but Dave, basically Jay will be unveiling completely the boss on Friday. Hey, up, look. Boy. It was Mr. Argos. Mr. Argos went through the wall. Oh dear. Dear me. In case anyone knows, and maybe you've joined us in late, I am still in the truck on the A14. I've been here since 3 o'clock this afternoon. Yeah, I'm looking forward to a night in the lay-by. Maybe I'll drop a pinpoint if anyone wants to send Uber Eats and stuff like that. Be like the JD Weatherspoons. If I put my pin tag, people can send me food.
one vegan.
What else we got? Right. Oh hell no! Straight out the window. Barry Lindenbrook says, "Come park that." He says, "Come park that on my drive and piss off the neighbours." That's it. Yeah, Danny Allen put a question mark. I missed that. Jacob Bailey said that's exactly what door slammers front wheel drive is so good about. All the heavy hitters never win. So yeah, it's exactly the same. I think when it comes to drag days, I think don't be looking at the faster cars. It's going to be the people who last the rounds. At the moment, we don't know the schedule of how we're going to run it. The plan originally was obviously bracket cars are going to get free they're going to get free qualifiers. Depending on how many people enter, they'll get free qualifiers, and then the other class's idea was to be an open run sort of thing. But we'll wait and see how many people enter. We might do sections of qualifying, but obviously as we get closer to drag days and we've got more entries in.
Picture, isn't it?
It is. Well, we're just going to try and make it the best event for everybody. It's not the thing people realise is it's not a test day. It's a race.
Yeah.
So you're not going to get a load of runs like on a normal test day. But if you do get knocked out of competition, then certainly you can get and join the run queue and basically just get a few runs in whenever you can.
I think it's just going to involve me with like a clipboard and a million pieces of paper running around all day. So
no, I want you racing.
Well, we'll see.
I need you in there racing, sir. You've got to be in there racing. Now, of course, other things to note is.
Am I a big hitter now?
We've got yeah, you are. So the VWDRC elapsed times has now gone to print. I have got my fingers crossed that we might have them this weekend. We definitely will have them next weekend at the Festival of Power. Fingers crossed we might have them at Santa Pod this weekend. Of course, they're free to all the club members. They do have a price of £2.50 to general punters and stuff like that. And of course, we'll be giving them out to all our sponsors as well. And basically, yeah, we'll be doing a deal with T-shirts. Hopefully, we're going to have a load of T-shirts ready for the Festival of Power. So if you like either the old school or the new school, those T-shirts are going to be available at the Festival of Power and onwards. And again, drag days, of course, we're going to have a big trade stand to go with all the mugs that are available as well. So we've got loads of products coming up. And of course, we got reels and reels of VWDRC stickers. We've done exactly what we did on the 25th anniversary. We have got reels of stickers to give to kids and go stick them everywhere.
I bought the club banners of the two, the air cooled and the
the water cooled
designs. was going to hang them in my hallway. I messaged the missus and said, "Look, I've got these are the designs. Oh, they're really nice. Yeah, you can get them." And I told her how big they were because she thought they were like A3 prints, not 5 foot by 3 foot. And now they're going to the garage.
I should probably have one of those banners for the workshop, really.
Definitely, yeah.
I'll have to.
How
much are they?
£20 each, I think.
Yeah.
That's the
big
highlighted ones. There's a choice of 4 on the web shop. They got the sort of club logo in a kind of horizontal banner, like the DRC one, blue or orange, or you've got the 2 kind of vertical ones with the air cooled and water cooled side on it. I think they're 20, and the logos are £15. I think.
Cool.
I can't be 100%, but check on the shop on the website.
Yeah. Okay.
So, Jay, of course, with BJ Speed Shop, one of our club sponsors, have you got any other nice motors in the build? Maybe some races or anything of note that we should be looking out for?
We've done a 2276 for Don, who's going to be out soon in his car. I
like that. That was Thingy's old car, wasn't it? Forgotten his name.
Yeah,
he only ever raced once. He basically joined the club. He built a gorgeous car. He had never driven a car, and he started off with a supercharged flat 4 race Beetle, and that was the first time he'd ever driven a car. He went on to build a he ended up turbocharging it, and then basically kind of just give up and went off to Andy Aggerman. Thank you, Jacob.
That's it. I don't think he ever had any real luck with a car, to be honest. But anyway, he broke it up in the end. So all Don bought was the cage shell, basically. Well, and pan and cage and shell as one. And then we built it up with all the bits that he had kicking around in his backyard. So it's close now. It's close. It should be out the next couple of months, hopefully. So
did I see you just finished a motor from my mate Rich Dagger?
Yeah, did him not a race engine, just for his camper.
No, well, next time you see him, tell him to come racing with the club. Every time I see Rich, he lives in Bristol as well. Come racing, come racing.
Yeah. He's I think Graham at Raw Speed's done his engine, and I think he's coming back out in his Beetle either this year.
Yeah.
So
I called him out. I called him out for drag days, and he said yes.
Excellent.
Awesome.
So hopefully he's going to come out and play at drag days. When I spoke to Phil Unsworth as well, because of course he bought Andy Raw's old funny car off Jacob, and he's been getting the V8 bits and gubbins to do that, because it'd be really cool if we can get the dragster. We've got Ben Mace's altered, and then we got the slingshot, and then we got the funny car as well. I think that's a perfect start. And then maybe we'll get eventually Sean Hyde with essentially what is going to be like I suppose it's going to be a Pro Mod Beetle. It is a Pro Mod chassis with the funny car body on, but he's cut doors into it.
Okay.
It looks amazing as well.
So
what
it's
so easy to forget.
He's
got the
Subaru with a supercharger, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did he have the Eaton?
Yeah. So basically, he took a turbocharged STI motor.
Yeah.
Got the turbo, threw that away. All the electronic ECU, threw all that away. Milled everything, put a distributor on it, slapped a Top Fuel Harley supercharger on it, put it on methanol. It sounded absolutely mental. I mean, that's got what 2012 now when he probably last raced that. Unfortunately, he had an incident at GTI Festival.
So this
basically went through the finish line.
Was it the
Raging Roman?
Yeah. I know the car. Yeah,
car.
That's it.
It was, real shame. But Roman 2 is looking absolutely incredible. It really is. There's some talent.
The last photo I saw was the bodywork getting prepared for paint.
Yeah. It was like chassis finished. It's just ready just to pretty much drape the body over it now, isn't it? Like it's all done, works. So
Nice.
That's
very
it.
cool.
It's nice. It's looking good. And again, like I'm really hoping the number of air-cooled cars that have joined in this season, we can get them all out. Of course, John was in the chat earlier. We saw Trav racing. Was it no? Who's got? And I forget. Yeah, is it Travis that's got? No, John. Who's there was?
Trav got Danny Pike's old car.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then who's got Clarky's old car?
Jay.
Yeah,
And
there's
then
another
someone's got, and then someone's got Neil Wilkinson's old Beetle as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And are these guys
So
all
there's
in
three.
the VWDRC?
Yeah, they all joined up to the VWDRC.
Oh, excellent. Awesome.
So hopefully we're going to be seeing all of them out at some point. Dave Swiss says Jay. There you go. So yeah, so hopefully we're going to see all them out. And of course, now we've got a couple of our new guys that have joined in. Of course, we were talking about Lottie. She's out in the Beetle. Morgan, of course, is in her last season in the Havoc Beetle. Caitlin was doing a bit of run what you brung at pre-season testing day, but Morgan's going to move into the her new race car at the end of the year, and then obviously Caitlin will take over the Beetle. Then we've got Stu Fag. He's got his kids that are growing up now. They're going to do a bit of run what you brung, and he's another guy who used to be in the club years and years ago. He's got a Carmen Gear. And I think it might have been Paul Day's old one, the one that was all caged up inside. I'm sure it's that one. So the kids are his kids are going to be coming out in that as well. So we got like a whole new youth of air-cooled racers coming in. So exciting.
Awesome. That's what we like.
That's it. Right. Well, we've still got Alex in the background. He's still there, just sitting watching. Evening, Alex. He's still there.
There he is.
How are we doing?
Yeah. Enjoying the view and the banter. It's always nice to see.
Alex
That's it. Well,
Alex is sat there thinking, hang on a minute, all these air-cooled guys, I sell radiators. That's no good.
Hey, they need oil coolers.
They need oil coolers, and you sell the what's the fuel injection unit that you do as well?
Yeah,
Vitec, that's it.
They have a fuel injection specifically for Volkswagens. Yeah.
So me and Jay are both nitrous
nice.
customers anyway, so we both get the mother bottle from Alex.
Yeah. I've got the refill bottle from you. So.
Yeah, we've got the refill bottle each. Yeah.
In fact,
Thanks,
I think I used to
Appreciate
deal with you when you was at Renegade.
That's correct. Yeah, absolutely, Jay.
I did too. He used to meet me in car parks when his wife was away.
Well, thanks, Ollie. I really appreciate that, especially after seeing that picture of you. Some things you just can't unsee, man.
I'll send you a copy of it.
Us?
That is laser etched on that man's mind.
Yeah.
There we go. See, like, everyone's being useful in the comments. Jacob Bailey says, "Don't forget the Green Goblin." Grant Tully is the guy who's got Neil's old thingy. Soon we're gonna have a Gasser Golf as well. Yeah, Judgy, is that ready for the weekend? That is the question. I am looking forward to seeing Ninor. Ross Page says, "Who's got Dean Clatworthy's old Beetle?" That as well.
Has that got a V8 in it now?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it a big block Chevy or something? Is it a 454 or something daft?
So yeah, it's a 7.5 litre Ford V8.
Yes.
In the front of a Mark II Golf with the Gasser look. So basically, was it solid front axle, front end in the air, tunnel ram carbs and everything? It's going to be hilarious, and in true redneck style as well.
It'll look exactly the same. It'll look exactly the same as it used to, just with some bigger wheels on the back and the front's lifted. But
brilliant.
It's going to be amazing.
That's it. And of course, Cirque Motorsport recently took over the garage at Santa Pod. So you may have noticed, if you ever need stuff at Santa Pod Raceway, tools, some parts, nitrous refills and stuff. I think when I spoke to Graham earlier, he said that basically he's been in there and he's tried to get as much in there to help out all the racers as possible.
Brilliant.
Yeah, we're always looking to try to figure out what we're missing as well.
Well, there you go. So if you ever go in there and you can't find anything, you need to message Alex and go, "Oi, I need."
Yeah. Stat, like right now.
I need this, and this.
That's it. That's it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is coming up to 8 o'clock, and do you want the best news in the house? I'm starting to see lights starting up in front of me. I think I might actually be on the move. I may be able to. My battery has lasted, actually. Yeah, I mean, I don't know whether putting a 24-volt into my iPad was a good idea, but it seems to have worked.
That won't need charging ever again.
Don't say that. Oh, what Judgy said, sadly, it won't be ready. Is it going to be ready for Easter? We can't have that. Barry Lindenbrook says, hopefully my daughter will be racing next year as well. See, look, more and more. I'm loving this. Well, it always is. And okay, Carl Goldsmith says an AN adapter fitting, Alex, would be awesome. I'm assuming that's for the nitrous bottle refill.
Okay. Well, yeah, please get in touch with me and we'll figure it out.
I think that might be something just specifically for the shop, where I think a few of the guys have had an issue getting certain bottles filled.
Okay. Yes, that's I had a Whizzer Nos bottle which is a weird sort of, it's got a metric filling thing as opposed to the dash, very common dash 4 fitting. It took me ages to find that, but people trying to borrow it off me just to get their bottles filled up. So
well, yeah, if we can if it's possible to get a list of the various adapters required, then I'll make sure that we've got them up 100%.
Well, that bottle I sold to Jacob, and the adapter's still on it, so we can measure it up and let you know.
Awesome.
That's
great.
Thanks,
if Jacob's got
and the good thing is that there was a couple of people in the comments who were saying I need to get tires as well. So of course they now know. Go and speak to Alex at Cirque Motorsport. He can hook you up with some tires as soon as you want as well. Right.
Yeah,
okay.
That. Awesome.
So we have surpassed the hour. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Hopefully everyone's learned a little bit more about Jay and Ollie's new setup. You've probably seen way too much of Ollie than you ever wanted to see. But let's be honest, we've all seen it before.
Yeah. Walking around in the summer with pants.
It's an absolute treat and the highlight of the meeting for me.
It's a good look. Now, of course, this Saturday we roll into Santa Pod Raceway for round number 1 of the VWDRC Heads Up Championship. Abby will be sending out final notes to everyone who is entered in the race. Usual deal is just to remind you again. If you have entered into the race, you can get in from 5 o'clock in the evening till 9 o'clock in the evening. So you get in, you can get yourself set up, ready for the morning. If you're not going to make it in between those times, obviously, you're not going to get in until the gate opens at 8 o'clock on Sunday morning. Generally, Paul is going to be rounding you up to go down for your run at around about 9 o'clock in the morning, in which time you need to get your cars race ready. You need to run down to the signing on office, sign yourself on. So if you can make it there on the Saturday, you're going to make it so much easier. On yourself.
Get signed on, get your stickers on, get ready, because it is pretty much track opens and we go. And we are at set times. So you need to be ready and on the ball first thing on Sunday morning. So it is
we open
to get there.
We open the show at 9:30. And Ian Marshall expects our cars to be in front of the grandstand at 9:15. If it gets to 9:15 and our cars are not there, he starts shouting in my ear upstairs, going, "Where are your cars? Where are your cars? Where are your cars?" So please make sure you're on the ball on Sunday morning. And of course, this year we are providing £500 to the winner of the VWDRC Heads Up Championship, which is to be spent at any one of the club sponsors, be it the associate or the headline sponsors. But of course, the usual rules are to win that, you've got to be displaying the club stickers. So please make sure you come to the truck and get any of the club sponsor stickers off me. So you've got them on display. I've only got a certain number of them. Jay, hopefully you're going to be sending me some stickers soon. And the same, if any of our other VWDRC sponsors are watching, Alex there as well. please get their stickers to me as soon as possible. I'll give you my address, Alex, and then we can get them on as many cars as possible. Now, I'm trying to sort something out with Barney because there's still no live stream because it's too early in the season. But there is a remote way that he can turn it on and record the racing and send me the data. So unfortunately, there won't be a live stream if you're not at Santapod Raceway, but we will be recording bits and bobs around the pits, especially on Saturday. I want to try and get a few bits to camera with some of our racers and a few bits going around cars. And then I shall make video and put what footage we got from the racing together, and of course upload it to VWDRCTV next week sometime. Now, of course, if you've been watching this on Facebook, you joined us late, it'll either be uploaded here or it'll be uploaded to YouTube tomorrow. So again, thank you very much for watching VWDRC TV. Gentlemen, you've been amazing. I think the people watching have definitely enjoyed having a couple more of our air-cooled races on there. Before I go, Danny Allen says, how do we get the elapsed times if we don't go to the track? Basically, what we'll do for the first couple of meetings, we'll be giving them out. After that, if we haven't seen you, we'll be going through the list and obviously posting them out to you, because all VWDLC members will get a copy each. But obviously, the best way to do it is to grab one at the track, because then it's in your hand and we're not posting it and things go missing in the post. Russ Weird says, is Ian Dale watching by any chance? I have not seen him in there. Yeah. Okay, Kaylee Jackson says, great air-cooled session. Hopefully, Kaylee, we're going to see you in the Beetle at some point this year as well. Don't just leave it to Bug Jam. We want to see your beautiful face at all the racing. Come and join us for drag days as well. But done. Let me find my closer. As I've said, everything is a bit higgledy-piggledy on here. But of course, yeah. Again, make sure you share this. Make sure you like it. The more people that like it and share it, the more people that see it, the more people that get to know our racers. And hopefully, I look forward to seeing everybody at Santapod Raceway this weekend, gentlemen.
Yeah,
thank you very much.
See you all Saturday evening, or Sunday if you're coming. Drive safe and see you there.
Cheers, guys. Thanks for having me.